Veterans Affairs starves me, forcing me to spend money to do my own healing, refusing to accept I didn't have furniture to have a kitchen, living room, bedroom to cook in, and unable to cook means I had to buy restaurant food while I'm... So let's see if we can send an email to Veterans Affairs. I'm not sure this is going to be an effective way for me to film while I write, but let's see what we could do. VAC suggests money mentors because you refuse to participate in my healing. So, despite my 3 mental health injuries in the last 6 years, I have now starved of food 3 times for 3 weeks each. So, VAC thought it best to deny my VIP application for food and housekeeping, forcing me to starve myself yet again so that I could pay for a writing coach to help me write my trauma that I could heal as VAC refused to participate. If that wasn't enough, VAC then thought it best to cancel my my rehab check. Checks.
Measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and one special day at the mud flats.
Threatening my livelihood.
It creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle out in the mud flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive this freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant
Then
pressure to quit from the instructor.
2 more
As the sun began to set that Wednesday,
times.
my training class, having
VAC
some egregious infraction of the rules,
thought it best to
consumed each man until there was nothing visible but our heads.
threaten
The instructors told us
to
we could leave the mud if only
kick me off
5 minutes, just 5 minutes.
rehab.
We could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent
Again,
that some students were about to give up.
threatening
It was still over 8 hours of
my
the
livelihood.
bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then, one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted, and somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little
Zach thought it
tamer,
best to
and the
threaten to
light
kick
not
me
so
off
far away.
rehab.
If I have learned anything,
Then 2 more times
my
Zach
time traveling the world,
thought it best to threaten to kick me off rehab again, threatening my livelihood.
Washington, King, Mandela,
This time
girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the
resulted
world.
in me
So if you want to change the world,
turning
each day
to
is completed. Find
stress
a different life. Respect everyone.
eating
Know that life is not
instead
fair and that you will fail often.
of
But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the
eating
odds, lift up the doubt, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation,
instead
the generations that
of
follow,
telling
will learn what we
me
have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world
why
for the better.
VAC
I heard the
instead of
last
telling me
words of 18, 19,
what
20-year-old boys.
VAC required or why VAC would threaten me, threaten
An RPG exploded.
my life.
I mean, I wanted to save them all.
A band of Viet Cong raiders blew up a power installation and attacked.
Over
Prepared for what we were about to face the next 48 hours. We leaped out of those choppers from 10 feet in the air, and I glimpsed up on Nguyen Hill. And in the distance, the enemy looked like lava flowing down off the hill.
as VAC
There were anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 NVA and 700 BC on that hill.
again
Fortunately,
refused to
our goal was
participate
getting as many of us
in my healing
as we could. Each of us
therein,
as a man,
refusing
followed the lead of my
to
dad.
tell
Told me as a small
me
child,
what
if you're given a job to do, never do it halfway. You do it to the best of your ability and carry it out to
rehab
the end. Wounded the first day, I refused to board
requires
the evening of May 13th. An RPG exploded.
requirements.
Job on me. But I would have rather died on that battlefield. Heard later that one of my men was killed because
What else can I write?
was not dead. continued to cover me for the last 24 hours with their machine guns. I heard the last words of 18, 19, and 20-year-old boys. Some thought I was
Because VAC
I saw them take the last breath.
refused
I wanted to save them all, but I couldn't. All of a sudden,
because VAC refused to
thought out of nowhere came over me. It had been since I was a small boy that I had told my father that I loved him. So I had a quick
because
but
VAC refused to participate.
with God. If he would get me out of this hell on earth so I could look.
One of the great challenges in this work is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right.
Because VAC refused to participate,
Gentlemen, please remain seated during the presentations. The President of the United States
in my
authorized by Act of Congress, March 3rd, 1863, has awarded in the name of Congress the Medal of Honor to
VIP
David G.
in my
United States Army for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty. Staff Sergeant David G. Bellavia distinguished himself by acts of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty on November 10th, 2004.
November
serving as a
2020
support leader
VIP
in support of Operation Phantom Fury in Fallujah, Iraq. While clearing a house, a
and
soldier from Staff Sergeant Bellavia's platoon became trapped within a room
Veterans Emergency Funds
coming from a fortified position under the stairs
applications.
to the second floor. Recognizing the severity of the situation and with disregard for his own safety, Staff Sergeant Bellavia took up an automatic weapon and entered
Instead choosing to
the insurgents.
deny
With enemy rounds impacting around him, Staff Sergeant Bellavia fired at the enemy position at a cyclic rate, providing covering fire that allowed the squad to break contact and exit the house. A Bradley fighting vehicle was brought forward to suppress the enemy. However, due to high walls surrounding the house, it could not fire directly at the enemy position. Staff Sergeant Bellavia
said
entered the house and again came under
applications,
fire. He observed an enemy insurgent preparing to fire a
then
grenade at his platoon. Recognizing
threatened
the grave danger posed
my
to his fellow soldiers,
livelihood.
Bellavia assaulted the enemy position, killing one insurgent and wounding another who ran to another part of the house. Staff Sergeant Bellavia, realizing he had an uncleared, darkened room to his back, moved to clear it. As he entered, an insurgent came down the stairs firing at him. Simultaneously, the previously wounded insurgent re-emerged and also engaged Staff Sergeant Bellavia.
my numerous requests for
Entering further into the darkened room
additional
and eliminated both insurgents. Staff Sergeant Bellavia then received
counseling.
fire from an insurgent emerging from a
I
closet
had
in the
then
exchanging gunfire.
turned
Staff Sergeant Bellavia
to
pursued the enemy up the stairs
drinking,
and eliminated him. Now on the second floor,
making
Staff Sergeant
my
Bellavia moved to a door that opened onto the roof. At this point, a fifth insurgent leapt from the third floor roof
struggling
onto the second floor roof. Staff Sergeant Bellavia engaged the
situation
insurgent through a window, wounding him
worse
in the back and legs, and causing him
all
to fall off the roof.
and
Acting on
simply
instinct to save the members of his platoon from
for
imminent threat, Staff Sergeant Bellavia ultimately cleared an entire
VAC's
enemy-controlled house, destroyed 4 insurgents,
refusal
and badly wounded a fifth.
to
Staff Sergeant Bellavia's bravery, complete disregard for his own safety, and unselfish and courageous actions are in keeping with the finest traditions of
refusal to
military service.
participate in my healing.
Great credit upon himself and the United States Army.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting.
Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war. But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse.
I don't like this style of videoing. I think this would require a lot of editing.
Only between fight or surrender. If we continue to
So,
continue to back and retreat,
what else can I write about or against VAC?
and what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people he knows what our answer will be. He has told them that we're retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and someday, when the time comes to
Because VAC refuses to participate in my healing. Leaves me without hope, despite VAC is fully aware hopelessness often results in suicide. Herein again, VAC threatens my life. Simply for VAC's refusal to participate often leads me to do or buy things to give me hope. I'm going to change that from participate often leads. And I'm going to change that to VAC's refusal to participate has
In December 2008,
resulted
Mr. Whitney Tilson explained to 60 Minutes
in the last 6 years
but nevertheless,
for
soon after, stocks started the biggest bull market run in U.S. history. Then, in March 2015,
led
appeared again on 60 Minutes.
VAC's refusal to participate has resulted in the last 6 years. Participate has
The company's stock price fell nearly 80%. And that brings us to today. Whitney Tilson,
in the last 6 years
famous former hedge fund
led me to do or buy things to give me
to explain major financial
hope.
But this time, he's not waiting for 60 Minutes. Instead, he's revealing the full story here first. Tilson has met with President Clinton and Obama.
And you think I need
21 Berkshire Hathaway meetings
money
at the country's most prestigious business schools,
mentors?
Harvard, Columbia, and Wharton. And today, he's going public with details on what he calls the biggest economic and financial story in America that almost no one is the recent convergence of two incredible new technologies will soon
I gotta delete some stuff I got.
homes and real estate all over the country. With as much as 6,000 back into most U.S.
I don't have a lot of room to.
the radical overhaul of the tax code in almost every city and small
I
town
got
transform the energy business
1,500 characters
care industry, all
to
while
type
saving millions of lives.
everything I want to see. And I was left with 2 characters, so I gotta delete a few things so I can add.
He has one of the best track records in America when it comes
So I'm gonna reread this. VAC suggests money mentors because you refuse to participate.
to peak in value. Our marijuana stocks would start their big collapse. More recently, just after the stock market
Despite my 3 mental health injuries in the last 6 years,
best time
despite my 3 mental health injuries in the last 6 years, I have now,
stocks had the best quarter
despite
in 20 years. There's probably not another financial
in the last 6 years,
claims. Tilson has also accurately predicted the decline of 88 different stocks.
in the last 6 years,
Bankruptcies.
despite
He even helped oust the CEO of America's most famous rental car company, which filed for bankruptcy earlier this year. And along the way, Tilson also purchased for his clients many of the most valuable stocks in recent history.
in the last 6 years,
Household names, including
despite
Netflix when it was $7.78 a share, Apple at $1.42 per share, and Amazon at $48 a share. This is why CNBC once nicknamed Whitney Tilson the Prophet, and why it's critical for you to take a few minutes to hear about the huge new trend Tilson has identified. Today, convergence of 2 brand new technologies have hit a tipping point, and as a result, a new technological development has started to roll out in California, Arizona, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Texas,
in the last 6 years, despite I have starved of food 3 times over 3 weeks each.
frenzy. In late June, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, spent $1.2 billion to acquire key components of these technologies. Bezos knows this breakthrough will transform not only his business, but also your life. Stock market investors have finally started to catch on too. An Ohio company working on this technology has just soared an incredible 500% in the past month and a half. A California company considered the leader in this space is up more than 260% since the start of the year. And a Phoenix company working on this breakthrough recently shot up 104%.
Resulted in 3 mental health injuries.
But it's not just the investment gains that are so remarkable. As you'll see, the spread of this technology across America is going to change
3
everything. From the way you eat, shop, work, and travel, to the value of our homes and where you live.
injuries
Alter the price you pay for everything from airline and train tickets to a tank of
to
gas,
food.
even household goods. Unfortunately, however, says Tilson, there's a downside to this story too. Convergence of these 2 radical new technologies.
So VAC thought it best to deny my V application for food and housekeeping, forcing me to starve myself yet again so I could pay for a writing coach to help me write of my trauma so that I could heal.
This is not something that might happen. It's inevitable. 100% guaranteed to take place. In fact, it's already underway in multiple cities, including Phoenix, Boston, and San Jose. The only question is, when will it hit you?
Taught me
Today, Whitney Tilson will explain
writing
everything
coach.
you need to know, including the full details on his single
So
favorite investment
that
in this space.
so
We'll learn the stock name, the ticker symbol, and the recommended buy-up-to price of an incredibly profitable company.
so I could heal as VAC refused to participate.
Again, you'll get the name and stock symbol of this investment totally free of charge right here in this presentation. All you have to do is stay tuned. Hi, I'm Whitney Tilson, and today I want to tell you about the biggest financial story in America.
If that wasn't enough,
Not getting nearly enough attention in the mainstream press. Despite the coronavirus pandemic and all the news coverage you see on other hot technological breakthroughs, such as 5G and robotics,
if that wasn't enough,
virtual reality,
VAC then
computers, most people are completely missing out on the big investment story.
thought it best to cancel my rehab checks, threatening my life. Livelihood, lively. Then 2 more times VAC thought it best to threaten to kick me off. Threaten. Rehab. Again. Threatening my life. This time resulted in me turning to stress eating instead of telling me what VAC required or why VAC would threaten my life. As VAC as VAC refuses to participate in my healing, therein refusing to tell me therein refusing to tell me what rehab requires. Then threatened my livelihood and my numerous requests for additional counseling. I had then turned to drinking, making my struggling situation worse, all and simply for VAC's refusal to participate in my healing. During all this, VAC refused to tell me I could attend Sun drinking, making my struggling situation worse, all and simply for VAC's refusal to participate during all this. VAC refused to tell me I could attend Sunshine Coast, Edmonton, to help me heal. Because VAC refused to participate in my healing leaves me without hope. Despite VAC is fully aware hopelessness often results in suicide. Herein again VAC still refuses how I have survived suicide. Because VAC refuses to participate in my healing, leaves me without hope. Despite VAC is aware of hopelessness. Leads to suicide. Still refusing how often I've survived suicide. During this VAC refused to tell me I could attend Sunshine Coast to heal.
Because a gallon of gas costs $12 in Norway, one of the highest price in the world, it costs a fortune to travel, even short distance. A Norwegian engineering student decided to do something about it. Because he wanted to see his girlfriend and not be broke after every trip. He invented
I don't like this style of video. I'm gonna have to learn to edit, and that won't be today. Do like, comment, share, subscribe. There's lots of room for improvement. Exactly what I'm trying to do here. During this VAC refused to tell me I could attend Sunshine Coast to heal the last 6 months, to heal the last 10 months.
December 2008, legendary investor Whitney Tilson explained to 60 Minutes anchor Scott Pelley that there would be a second wave of the U.S. mortgage crisis, but nevertheless, the stock market would soar. Soon after, stocks started the biggest bull market run in U.S. history. Then, in March 2015, Tilson appeared again on 60 Minutes. This time with a
All right, I'll shut this down.
scandal at one of America's largest home improvement
So, enough of that.
soon after.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. And this is only the start. This government nonsense has to stop. The only way it'll stop is if we push change on the government. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and I got some ideas about how to change things in government, which requires change from within. And that reminds me, there's a good video on whistleblowers. It's best for a whistleblower to work from within. And that's so we have to get in government to change government. There's Chief Big Bear of the Canadian Prairie War. He says the same thing, so I'll be talking some more about Chief Big Bear. Like, comment, share, subscribe.